We actually worked with an employer that had a lot of people that worked on an assembly line, and they actually had a program where they would do some cashing advancing of a paycheck. And it's something that when I first heard about it, I was wondering if that's just something that is listed on their benefits or if it's something that people really use. Can you talk a little bit about what you saw with that particular employer? And was that something people were using? Is that something people needed, that they enjoyed? Or was that just something that existed on a benefit sheet and
Yeah,
was
I was
just
surprised at
a
how many people
checkbox
were
item?
using it. I mean, I thought the same thing where this is just we don't really talk about it, but for the couple of folks who need access to something like this, we're gonna make an exception. But they talked about this, and I think this was a really good case of an employer like really understanding their employees and what they needed, and then creating an option for them to have. So that it's really an admirable thing, to be honest, that they were doing this. And what was great about it is that they weren't just giving them paycheck advances and then just letting them continue to do that. They were then requiring them to meet with a financial coach. And they had a fee associated with that, but they could get the fee waived if they met with a financial coach. And so we actually got to meet with some of these folks and work with them. And what was neat to hear from the individuals was that sometimes they'd come in and they'd just say, I'm just here to get rid of the fee. But after we just asked a few more questions, they started to open up a little bit more. And it for some people, it actually led to more conversations because they were like, actually, I think this would be really good for me. And so kudos to the employer, to be honest, for having both a reactive solution, but then a proactive option to get people going down the right track. And I haven't heard of a lot of employers that offer something like that. I know that BCU has an employee giving fund, so there's some funds available for employees. And I know that there are other credit unions that are starting to offer this a bit more to employees. And so it's starting to maybe catch a little more wind to be more of a common benefit. But this organization was really a forerunner in that space. And it was neat to see how they were doing it too, because I think if they were just not communicating it and there were only a couple people using it, then it's like, why are you even doing it? But they were having a lot of people use it and they were helping them help themselves for the future too.